Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am excited to do a full face of LYS Beauty. I believe that I have almost everything that they carry in their line. I do love this company. If you're not familiar, it is a Black-owned beauty brand that is sold at Sephora. Of course, they have their own website. You've heard me talking about them for a couple of years now. They are fabulous. I picked up a new eyeshadow palette from them. I also have their new mascara, their new Ish lip liner and lipstick. So if you want to see me put together a full face of LYS and talk about my favorites, then just keep watching. I want to send a special thanks to those of you that reached out to me, sending well wishes to my son Luke. We are still a little bit in the woods. He came home from the hospital yesterday. We're still working on some of his feeding issues, so the continued positive thoughts and prayers are much appreciated. I, of course, will be listing everything that's on my face in the description box below, per usual, but 99% is going to be LYS. I want to start with the eyes. And if you had looked on the LYS site or the Sephora site, you might not have seen their eyeshadows. Where you find them is QVC. So you've seen me do a look with this one, beautiful. But there is another one on QVC and I saw it and grabbed it. And let me go ahead and swatch this for you right now. There is a pretty burgundy purple brown shade. This one looks like a matte pinky peach. Let me double swatch that for you. It's very light. It'll be a good blending shade. We've got a mid-toned brown. I love that shade. I'm sure I'll be dipping into that. This gold. Yes, please. It feels silky and reflective. Down here, I'll put the shimmering pink. Again, I think it's going a little more, from what I could see, more of a peachy pink tone. And then there's a champagne. Very pretty. It's kind of a coppery rose gold. Stunning. Love it. Can't wait to get into it. I did prime my eyes with a little bit of my LYS concealer. We'll get into that more. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into this eye look. I'm going to start with the mid-toned brown and just start framing out the eye. I did see that LYS has a couple brushes. I would really like to pick those up. I have not yet. Very nice. I'm going to go into that deep plummy purple. I'm just going to use that to deepen the outer corner. Sort of pressing up into that crease, keeping it pretty far out, not too far in. Definitely some pigment there, liking it. I think I'm going to go into this champagne color. My first instinct is to go into the gold, but I'm going to go into this one because it is a pretty copper rose gold, just very gorgeous. My kind of shimmer. I wouldn't call it glitter, but it's got a nice creamy pop. Beautiful. I'm going to take a little bit of that gold, because I can't help myself, and go right into that inner third. Ooh, I like it. Going back into that mid-tone brown, and I'm just going to reinforce that crease a little bit. Now I'm just going to try to repeat on the bottom what I did on the top. Lay down that plummy brown shade on the outer third. Now I'll go into the rose gold coppery shade with a more flat brush. Spritz it. Go right in the center. Then I'll wipe off the brush and go into that brighter gold. Looking good. Now I'll just take that original brush, go back into that brown, and go underneath all of it. I'll add some liner and then we'll come back and play with the LYS mascara. I'm back. I added a little bit of wing and a little bit of pencil liner in my waterline, and now we'll get into the new LYS mascara. I've not used this in a video. I believe I did a short. This is the Lash Confidence Mascara. We've got a curved wand, and this is going to give you all the things: length, volume, and curl. I've been lazy these days and not curling my lashes. I always do my little lash push-up thing after my lashes are mostly dry, and that really helps. This mascara was not a love at first sight. I always want to keep it real with you. But the more that I use it, which is typical of mascaras, the more I am liking it. There's one coat. I will put a couple coats on and I'll be right back. I'm back. Mascara is on. I just put it on the top lashes for now because we still have the complexion to do. You can take your time and continue building it up, or you can just take advantage of the length and curl. But this does pretty well. I'll next jump into the LYS Triple Fix Foundation. I'm going to put one pump on my hand and I'm going to use a sponge today. I love the texture and the smell of this foundation. It's very lightweight. It's very moisturizing. And I just find that if I use a mattifying primer underneath, it really holds up well on my oily skin. I would call it a good medium coverage. Very skin-like and pretty. Got a little bit of a glow to it. I have two different shades of the concealer, one that I like to use more for spot cover-up and the other for actual concealer. This one is a medium coverage. Again, very lightweight. I saw this in a lot of creator favorites for the end of 2022. I would venture to say that this is one of their most popular products. That and what I'm about to get into. This, just to give it a little more coverage, I'm gonna let it sit on my face and move into what I think, and is probably my favorite product as well, their cream contour stick. If you notice all the triangular design, I love it. Mine is in the shade Harmony. I would really like to pick up the one shade lighter. It's always sold out. I believe it's Motivate. I'll have to check. But one of these days I'm gonna get that because I like to have multiple shades. You'll see that when I get to the powder bronzer. Harmony is a good shade for me. I would call it more neutral. I think I want the Motivate because I'm just so drawn to more cool toned right now. But this one, the shade is good. Gives a nice warmth to the face without being orange. And it just blends in so easily. Gorgeous. I'm still leaving the concealer alone and I'm gonna go next into cream blush. I love their cream blush. I have two different shades. This one is in the shade Confident. It's more of a pinky shade, and this one is Kindness, which is a little more peach. I'm gonna use Kindness today. It's not crazy pigmented that you have to be afraid when you put it on. I would call it the perfect level of pigment. I kind of like that it's goof proof. I find it long wearing. Sometimes I'll set it with a powder blush, but oftentimes I do not, just because it's so skin-like and natural on the face. Time to blend out the concealer. I like to just go along the edges first, and then where I want that most coverage, I will tap very lightly. When you have a sponge, you can even go along the edges, which is nice, just to get that extra blend. I'm often too lazy to wet a sponge, but since I have it, I'll use it. Looking good. I have two bronzers to choose from today in the powder category. The first one that I got is in the shade Harmony. That is the medium shade. And then I had an opportunity to pick up a darker shade. This one is Strength. I think I'll use Strength today. And this one, because it's darker, I use a lighter hand. But I just find that this one is a teensy bit cooler toned. But if you wanted to see, this is the shade of Harmony. Also beautiful. Another new product that I have that is new to me is I finally picked up their powder. So many of my favorite creators I have heard say fabulous things about this powder. This is the Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder in Resilience, which is translucent. I believe it does come in a couple different shades. I'm going to lightly set under my eyes, and this is a first impression for the eyeshadow and the powder. I have not used these before, and yes, the hype is real. That is beautiful. I have no idea how it will do as far as mattifying the skin, but for sure there's a beautiful blurring, smoothing thing that's happening. So nice. Let me add some bottom mascara and I'll be right back to play with some new lip products. I already owned this one. This is their creamy matte lip color. I have mine in the shade Moody, and I will swatch it here. It is a beautiful mauve brown pink, gorgeous. Feels so luxe. I love the packaging. And then I had to pick up the red. The red is what I wanted at first, and I thought, no, be reasonable, and I couldn't help myself. I got one of the lip liners, and I got the red. The shade on the red is Rich AF, and the lip liner, I think I got more of a brownie tone, thinking that it would be able to be used for both. This is Soulful. So let me swatch Rich AF. Ooh, first impression, I am so excited. That looks beautiful. Love it. I'm having a red moment in my life right now. I don't know if it's summer that I'm wearing a little bit less on my eyes. Not sure, but I'm digging it. All right, and here, well, Soulful matches this one really good. We'll see how it's going to work with the red. I struggled a little bit filling in the lips. It felt very creamy going around, but it drug a little bit on the lips. I will continue playing with it and keep you posted. And now, for the star of the show, I want to go into this Rich AF. And it probably will look a little bit darker because I have the brownie lip liner on. I'm okay with that. Beautiful. I want to give it a minute to set, and then I will blot, and I will show you that this is very long wearing. Maybe not transfer proof, but very long wearing. I went ahead and blotted it. It's always a good idea to blot a bullet lipstick if you want it to last a little bit longer. It didn't take away any of the coverage. All of that beautiful red is still there. I am in love with this look. I think it looks fantastic. Let me know what your favorite LYS product is. For me, the cream bronzer always has been, always will be a favorite. I'm gonna pick up that lighter shade. You know, when I'm editing, I will be checking to see if it is available. The cream blushes are gorgeous. These eyeshadow palettes are worth checking out. QVC. I don't know why they're not on the LYS site or on Sephora as of yet, but I hope they come soon. QVC is a fun place to shop. So pick up the eyeshadow palettes. I feel like one is a little bolder than the other. It's hard for me to tell you which one I like more because the teal look that I did with this one, of course I will link this video. I loved that look, but this one is just a little more softer, and I definitely want to get into those pinks. And the lip colors, gorgeous, soft, very little transfer. This will wear fabulously. With that said, I want to thank you for joining me today. Thank you again for all the well wishes for my little Luke. I had some makeup therapy today playing with some LYS products. I love this brand. I will have everything linked in the description box below. You can find the eyeshadows at QVC. You can find I believe all of their products at Sephora, and of course on the LYS site. I do have a discount code with LYS. This is not a sponsored video. I just love this brand and have worked with them before, and they were nice enough to give me a discount code. So I will pop it up here for you. Let me know if you pick up anything and what you think. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. I would love to have you join me. I upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Give the video a thumbs up, and of course, leave me a comment. I love chatting with you in the comment section. Have a fabulous day. I will see you in the next one.